Hello and welcome, this is AgentXP, and welcome back to another episode of Agent Adventures. So in the last episode we built ourselves a cool mill on top of the hill. That rhymes, I really didn't mean it to. And today we are going to tackle some tasks that I've been putting off for a while, and notably this includes going to the Nether. Yes, we're going to be heading to the Nether finally. It's only episode 10. But first of all, we are going to check out something I've been doing in the village, and you can see from this little guy hopping on the bed that we've managed to breed a couple of the villagers. Have some bread. No? Okay, he doesn't want bread. Okay, he just wants to bounce on the bed. That's cool. We'll leave him to his bouncing on the bed, and we'll come and give these guys some more bread. So I've been trying for the longest time to breed the villagers because they became somewhat depleted during the raid that we did. So I'm trying to repopulate the village, as I would like some more trading options. I've also been trading with these guys a whole bunch, so we have plenty of emeralds, and we also have lots of crops that we can trade. Hello, little guy. That's cool. Aw, he's quite sweet, the baby villager. Oh, and speaking of villagers, we have been visited by another wandering trader. Yeah, that's cool. You can trample my crops that I've just planted. No problem. Okay, we might see what trades he's got though, because there's a chance he might be useful. So a second wandering trader has appeared next to our base, and he sells jungle saplings, and this is actually very useful because for the longest possible time I have wanted to build with jungle wood. So thank you, dude, that is very useful. Let's go and see what the other dude has to offer. So this guy is also selling jungle saplings. They seem to be on trend at the moment. Ice. I don't really need ice, and I think I have some spruce saplings back at my base. So I think we'll leave it for now, although I might come back and buy a few more jungle saplings because jungle trees are actually rather a pain to get saplings from. Their sapling yield is not as high as other trees. So we're going to hopefully grow ourselves a huge majestic jungle tree, but failing that we might need to go back to one of those guys and get a few more jungle saplings. So we'll wait for that to grow. Oh, it's not one of the biggest, unfortunately. It's kind of a medium-sized jungle tree. So that might not drop that many saplings, but we'll see. We'll have to see as we chop it down. So I chopped down the big jungle tree, as you can see, and I did have to go back to the wandering traders to get a few more saplings because it was not very generous dropping saplings. So that's a bit of a shame, but hopefully we can up our yield. So next I'm going to do something that I've been putting off for a while. So I'm going to come into the mill, and as you can see I've started destroying the floor a bit. So I'm taking out odd tiles, and I've gone ahead and I've made myself some coarse dirt. So what I'm basically going to do here is make the floor a bit rougher, a bit dirtier, and I'm going to intermingle some dirt blocks with the tiles, so it will look as if there are broken tiles or there's dirt on the floor, and it will just make the whole thing look a bit more rustic and a bit more interesting. I plan to make this like the inside of a mill, so I'm going to put some grain scattered around in the form of hay bales, and I'm also going to implement some storage. So we're going to build some shelves with some barrels, and it should look pretty cool. So as you can see, I have completed the floor, and that is starting to look good. I'm also going to place some lanterns so we can get rid of some of these torches, because torches and hay bales are probably not the safest combination. So a bit more realism there. I'm going to have lanterns, and what I'm doing now is I am doing a path outside the building because I want to make a nice pathway into the area, and I plan to make quite a lot of this path. My shovel broke there. as I think it will look sort of more well used, if that makes sense. So it will look as if there is a bit of civilization happening here. So just gonna keep on. I love doing this. It's so satisfying, making path blocks. So we'll keep on working our way around. I'm going to bring the path around to the small pond at the back of the mill. And here we have the inside. So I decided to grind it out off camera and then show you the finished results. So we've got our storage shelves here, which are very cool. And we have some more lanterns, and the floor is looking nice, and we've got lots of hay bales stored in here. So lots of hay bales piled up at the back. There are some on the storage units. We've also got some actual workable storage in the form of barrels, so somewhere for us to store our grain. We can come up this ladder. Actually, I have a couple of hay bales left over. I'm going to start making a hay loft up here as well, but unfortunately at the moment I don't have quite enough hay to be able to do that. So as I get more grain, as I harvest more, I will continue to add to this area, and I'll just for now put a couple of things up here. So descending back into the main area, so at the back there we have a grindstone, and this is supposed to be the base of the blades. The blade is powering the grindstone in some way, so it will be rotating in the wind and then you will be able to grind grain, so similar to a real life mill. Now I know it probably doesn't have space to turn in practice, but we'll just use our imagination for that. I just thought it would make a cool little detail. And I'm also going to grab myself a composter, and we can then fill that with some seeds. So I'm actually going to move that hay bale, and I'm going to take some of the leftover seeds that I have. So I think I put some in this barrel. We have nearly a whole stack of seeds, so I'm going to fill this up so that it looks like it contains something. And this is another cool decoration for the room. So I'm really happy with this space. I think it looks like a working area that's well used, and it kind of looks like the inside of a mill. So I'm really happy with this area. So our jungle trees have now grown. Now sadly they're still not the largest variety, but hopefully we should get some saplings from those, because I'm keen to be able to use the jungle wood to make some more palm trees, because as much as I like the composter palm tree, I think I ultimately prefer jungle wood for them. So one thing I have been able to gain from the jungle trees are vines. I haven't come across a biome with vines yet, so having access to these is very useful. And as you can see, I'm using some vines to decorate this sort of veranda area that I've made, and they should look really cool. Also, as the baldy sheep would suggest, I have just sheared them, and I have an inventory full of wool. I always think the sheep look at you after you shear them as if to say, why did you do that? It's kind of funny. So now for the main task of the episode. I am starting to build up my nether portal. So we have a bunch of obsidian. I'm not going to bother filling in the corners. We'll just do a minimal nether portal. And there we have it. The only problem is I now need to make a flint and steel, and I have a sneaky suspicion that I don't have any flint. I think I've been chucking away all the flint. So we might need to go on a bit of a mission to find ourselves some gravel. Let's check this chest. Is there any? No, there isn't. I think I've been throwing it away. That's a pain. Oh well. What I also need to do is I need to make myself some better armour. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to waste any diamonds, because I could die in the nether. This is the nether, it's dangerous. But I would like to have some at least low level enchantments on some iron armour. So what I've done is I have brought the enchantment table outside so that I can get some slightly cheaper enchantments, and I'm hoping to put protection on most of my armour. Yeah, we'll go for protection. I'm thinking projectile protection because of ghasts, but I think fire protection might be more useful against those. Well, we have some enchanted armour, that's good, so we're looking a lot more ready to go into the nether, so that's good. We are all armoured up. And now I will need to go and get some flint. So I have found some gravel. And flint. No flint. When I actually want flint, I can't get any. That's typical. I still don't have any flint. I have a whole ton of gravel. Yay! One piece of flint. This is so typical. When you actually want flint, you don't get any. So I now have my flint and steel. And the moment has come. Boom! We have lit our nether portal. Are we ready to venture into the unknown? Probably not, but we'll have a snack first and then let's dive in. Cautiously. So we'll step forward and everything begins to ripple. And through the power of editing, I will cut some of the loading time because my computer is quite slow. Oh, hello. The welcoming committee's here. Oh no, 2 of you? Really? I am so glad I brought a bow with me. Crikey, 2 ghasts waiting to greet us. That is just insane. I'm never very good at returning their shots. Oh, I got one. Can I do return to sender? Let's have a go. Oh, no, it hit me. That's not good. That's another one. There's 3 ghasts. This is insane. How many ghasts are there in this nether? This is insane. I'm such a terrible shot with a bow and arrow, you may have noticed. Let's try doing return to sender. Come on. Take it. No. Oh, no, it hit me. Ah, I'm on fire. Move. Let's try this again. Let's see. Can we return to sender? Come on. Shoot me. There you go. Boom! And we got him. Yay! We got the achievement as well. Awesome. Right, let's... Oh, there's a ghast here as well. We'll collect that. And we'll get the XP because killing ghasts gives you a fair amount of XP. So we'll come over here and grab all the XP, and we have 2 ghast tiers. That's not bad going. Let's have a look around. I hate looking down in the nether. Oh, and this is why, peeps, you bring a flint and steel with you to the nether. The ghasts, when they were welcoming me, managed to break the nether portal. It's a good thing they didn't actually break the obsidian. I don't know if they can do that, but they have extinguished the portal. So just as well we brought our flint and steel with us. That is why you should cover up your nether portal as soon as possible. So we're going to do that because I don't want to take any chances. I do not want to end up stuck in the nether. That would just be an absolute nightmare. Now I do think it is possible to find flint and steels and maybe even obsidian in some of the nether fortress chests, but I don't think it's that common. So if the ghast breaks your portal, then you could end up being stuck in the nether, and the only way to get home is by dying, so that is not cool. We're going to protect this thing, and we'll probably put a door in it eventually as well. So now it's time to explore the nether a bit. As you can see, I have enclosed the portal, so it should be relatively safe from ghast fire now. I wish I could say the same for us though. I'm just looking out for lava because it is so easy to fall through one of these blocks and end up in lava. You never know what's beneath the blocks in the nether. That's partly why I don't really like coming here. And I've kind of put off coming here for the last 10 episodes, but I thought it was about time. Oh, not another ghast. Let's see if we can get a tier from this one. Can we hit him? Yeah, we just hit him. And again. Nope, missed. And again. Yay, we got him. Let's climb up and see if he dropped a ghast tier. So, you may have noticed that I built my nether portal down in my mine, and the reason I did this is so that I would have a lower nether spawn, because I really don't like it when you spawn right up in the ceiling of the nether, and then you have to ultimately make a huge staircase down to ground level. So I wanted to spawn a bit nearer the lava level this time, so I thought I would try building my portal in the mine, and I think it's worked quite well so far. I quite like this nether spawn. Hold on a second. Do I see the edge of a nether fortress there? That looks like nether brick. I think it is nether brick. Wow, that would be really cool. I'm not that far away from my spawn, so if I've managed to find a nether fortress, that is insane. So let's carefully dig a path along the rock, and confirmed this is indeed nether brick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and make this path safe so that we won't get shot at by any ghasts. And I'm going to dig my way up because the fortress is probably going to be above us, so I hope there's no lava up here. So here is a nether brick ceiling. This is looking promising. The only problem is we could have a fake fortress or half a fortress here if it has generated inside the rock. So let's hope this is a full fortress and not just half of one or just a small piece of one. So I'm blocking off that gap there because I don't want to get shot at by ghasts. So let's continue to staircase up and hopefully enter the fortress. There we've got the achievement for nether brick, and it looks like there is a room up here, so this is looking promising. Hopefully we will actually have a proper fortress. We've got the achievement and it looks like at least this part is intact, which is awesome. So even though it seems to have generated inside the rock, we still have a proper fortress. And oh, we have some obsidian here and gold and iron horse armor. Nothing that impressive, but we now have a Netherwart room. This is one of the main reasons why I needed to come to the Nether. So in case you didn't know, you need Netherwart in order to make potions. So if you want to make, for example, a water breathing potion, then you need a Netherwart. So what I plan to do is I'm going to put some of my valuable stuff that I've found in this chest, because this chest is right by the entrance and the way in, which I have marked clearly with torches. So if by some chance I end up dying, I am not going to lose the Netherwart, because once you have lost the Netherwart, it is very difficult to find more, and I would potentially have to go to another fortress. So I don't want to have to do that. So I really don't want to die with that Netherwart in my inventory. So I'm going to leave that in the chest by the entrance, and we will now start to explore. It's very easy to get lost in these things, so I'm going to mark my way with torches, and if I reach a dead end I'm going to go back and I'm going to block off the corridor. So this is a dead end, so we're going to go back the way we came, and I'm going to block off that tunnel with cobble so that I know I have explored that area, so I won't get lost down there thinking that that is a legitimate path. So I'll just block it off anyhow. And continuing to explore, I found myself another chest, some more Netherwart, which is really cool. And I will take that because I have some stored safely. Oh, hello! We've also found a wither skeleton. We do not want to get hit by this dude, so I'm going to use my bow. No wither skull, but that's good. We got rid of him without getting the wither effect. So that was cool. Oh! Hello, diamonds! That is a cool chest. So I found myself some diamonds in a couple of the chests, which is awesome. So this is certainly proving to be a full nether fortress, which is really good, because I was worried when I first saw it that it might only be part of a fortress. Ooh, I wonder what's down there. Nothing, maybe? Yes, because as you can see, this has generated partially inside rock, so it's really cool that this place is actually a proper fortress. But one thing remains, and that is, to be honest, the main reason I came to the Nether. I need to get blaze rods, because I need blaze rods in order to make a blaze powder, and I need to make a ender chest and also eyes of ender, and for that you need blaze powder. So I'm really hoping that I'm going to find myself a blaze spawner. So dangerous as that is, I really need some blaze rods, and I'm going to block off this because I always do, because I don't want to accidentally drop in that lava. So let's proceed along this corridor. Oh, there's another chest. Oh, diamond horse armor. I'll take it. And more saddles. But as I was saying, what I really want is a blaze spawner, because I do need the blaze powder. And oh, these stairs look promising. I think I can even hear a blaze. So blaze spawners tend to be above the Nether fortress. And here we are, we have found one. But I am going to, ow, 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 ow. I'm going to block this thing off, because I don't want these things to constantly set me on fire. So what I'm actually going to do is I am going to put a door on this thing and try and contain it, because I've seen other people do this, and it really is the best way to fight these things, because it means that if you get set on fire, you have a safe haven. You can retreat to outside the blaze area and you can heal, although I might need to move this a little bit further back because I can't get through that gap. So I am going to build this a bit further out, and I'll take away the ceiling block there. Oh, oh, there's a blaze about to attack us. Let's just like move him away from the door, as it were. And now let's put some more blocks and close this thing off. So we should be relatively safe now. I'm going to enclose this area, and I'm also going to try and make the blaze area safe so that the blazes don't escape. So they're all contained in an area. And what I'm doing here is I am marking off this corridor so that I can find this area again. Does this lead anywhere? No, it's a dead end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to block that off. So just in case I die, which is certainly not beyond the realms of possibility, I have now marked the entrance to this place, so I should be able to find it again relatively easily. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to try and make this area safe, so that if any of the blazes, whoops, wrong block, if any of the blazes decide to fly up into the expanse of the Nether, they shouldn't be able to attack me. So I am making this area a bit of a safe haven. So that should be good. I might need to block this area off as well. That should be a bit safer. There we go. Nothing can fly in and attack us. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to make myself a chest, because I don't trust myself. I know from past experience of fighting blazes, I am quite likely to get set on fire, and I could end up dying to these things. So I'm going to put all my valuables in a chest so I can come back and find them should I die. So all my valuables are in a chest. So I'm being super cautious here, but with a very good reason. So we are now ready to fight these guys. Ow, ow, ow. This is going okay so far. Ow, nope, I'm on fire. Close the door. Heal up. Heal, I need to heal up. Hopefully this will all be worth it. I need to get myself a good stack of blaze rods, and that is our first one. So let's just take some cobblestone out of that chest and put the blaze rod in instead. I'm aiming to get myself a good stack of these blaze rods, so I'd like about 20 or 30 of them so that I don't have to come back here anytime soon, because I really don't like the Nether. I mean, dying to lava is the worst thing, but these guys are pretty dangerous as well, so the Nether's not a particularly friendly place. Oh, no, quick heal up. Whew. And of course you can't use water to put the fire out in the Nether either, which is annoying. So every time I get blaze rods, I'm going to put them back in this chest, because I seriously do not trust myself not to die to these guys. So I'm going to keep retreating and healing every time I get set on fire, but it's a long-winded process, and I probably won't show all of it. Oh, there's a blaze rod. There's 2 blaze rods. 3. I need to get them. Ah! I'm trying to clear this area of dudes, because as you can see, they can fly up, and I kind of want to stop them from being able to do that. I want to close off this area so that we have them contained in one room, and that makes them a lot easier to fight. But, oh, I think that's all of them, so I can now quickly... Oh, no, there's a bunch more dudes. Ah, I'm nearly dead. No, I got caught in the door. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. I knew that I would get killed by them at least once. That's why I put all my valuable stuff in a chest. So we are now finally back here. I ran back as quickly as I could and my stuff is still there. Phew! It's a jolly good thing that I marked out the path to this place clearly, so I was able to find it again before my stuff despawned. So, phew! Okay, I'm making myself another chest, as you can see, because I now have too much stuff to fit in one chest. So I'm going to deposit a bit more stuff in another chest, and I'm putting my armor back on and grabbing out my bow. I should have brought some more arrows along though. I don't have very many arrows left at all, and arrows are very useful for fighting these guys, but I didn't do that. Never mind. I did bring some more food though. So let's just tidy up and we can get back to the grind of getting as many blaze rods as we possibly can. For anyone who's wondering why I am using an axe, that is because the axe is actually slightly more powerful than the sword, at least in this version of Minecraft. And although its attack is slightly slower, it deals 2 hits more damage than the sword. Therefore, I tend to prefer to use the axe, as you only need to craft 1 tool and you can chop wood with it, and you also use it as a weapon. So, oh, there's a lot of these guys. So yeah, so that's in case anyone was wondering why I'm using an axe. The main problem I have here is that I can't seem to heal up quick enough. Now, potatoes are normally fairly good for food saturation, but it's taking me rather too long to get from low health back up, and by the time I do, more blazes keep spawning, so I'm not really able to empty the room. So I haven't been able to empty the room since that time I died. So oh no, there's another one spawned. I want to clear the room so I can actually... Oh no, there's a guy behind me. Oh no. I'm gonna have to go all the way back. Oh, that's a pain. So yes, I haven't... Oh, phew, this stuff is still here. There's a blaze rod up there. I need to grab that. I haven't been able to get into this... I'm gonna die again? Seriously? No, 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 I'm stuck. Oh, phew. That was a bit of a sticky situation there. There's even more in here now. I'm just not able to clear the room quickly enough to cordon it off. They're able to fly up. As you can see there's a gap in the ceiling, so they're able to get a massive height advantage on me. I don't know what I'm doing there. I'm wasting arrows. So, oh no, the room isn't clear. There's still a bunch of guys here. So I think... At this rate, I've been here for a long time now. I think what I'm going to do is get myself 30 blaze rods and then scarper. I think I will come back at some future point, and there you go. I have my 30 blaze rods. I'm going to call it quits and I'm going to go back home, because I think I need to come back with, say, a diamond axe with enchantments on it, a more powerful bow, etc., so that I can clear the room quicker and then start to seal it off. Or maybe I'll have to do it from outside the room, we'll see. But I was just getting like absolutely slaughtered there, so I managed to get my 30 blaze rods, so I will take that. We shouldn't have to come back here for quite a while now. 30 blaze rods should see us through for a little while. So phew, objective achieved. We have done it. I have a bunch of blaze rods, so now I'm going to turn my attention to slightly calmer, more chilled activities. Some of you may recall that at the end of the last episode we got ourselves a nice fortune pick. So we're now going to do a diamond mining montage, and we're going to see how many diamonds we can get using our shiny new diamond fortune pickaxe. And we're doing quite well so far. I did find a lot of diamonds that I saved until I had a fortune pick. So let's go and mine all of these shiny stones and see how many we can get. I purposefully waited until after going to the Nether before mining the diamonds because this should give me a fair amount of XP, and as I anticipated, I did die twice in the Nether, so I would have lost all of that XP, but mining some diamonds should be a cool way to regain some of that XP. So let's see how many diamonds we can get. So today we have mined a grand total of 75 diamonds, and added to our existing diamonds we are now rich, which is cool. We should be able to make some better tools now. And I'm also doing something that I've wanted to do since the last episode. I've always felt that the blades on this windmill are a little bit plain, and I wanted to add some more detail to them. And as you can see there, we have some pillagers watching us. So what I've done is I've added some logs and some trapdoors to add some additional detail to the white blades on the windmill, and I think this is an improvement, and this was never going to be a single episode build. It's something I am going to keep adding to over time. But you saw the pillagers there. Unfortunately, this now means that I'm having to get the old lava bucket back out, as this is the only way of killing these guys without getting the bad omen effect. I simply can't afford that effect because I'm right next to my village and I don't want to trigger a raid. And unfortunately, I haven't found any cows yet, so I'm not able to get milk to counter the bad omen effect. Yeah, we're probably going to lose the banner, but I'm honestly not that bothered. So if you guys are going to stand around and shoot at me while I'm minding my own business, you can look out. So I am going to continue detailing the windmill. I'm just planting up a bit of a garden here, so I'm going to put a few bushes in because I like bushes. And I know we're in a desert, but this is a bit of an oasis, so I think a few bushes would be nice. A few bushes always detail any build, and I particularly like putting a sort of creeper bush, not the sort that explodes, up the side of any building, because I always think that this adds a nice splash of colour to the side of any building and a nice detail. That's looking good. I really like that. So we're almost at the end of today's episode. It has been an action-packed episode. We have been to the Nether and we have got Netherwart and Blaze rods, which is something I've meant to do for a long time. We have finally mined all those diamonds, and we've also made some improvements to our windmill, and also we have gotten some jungle saplings and grown ourselves some jungle trees. So in the future we'll be able to make proper palm trees, which is cool. Although I'm not entirely sure when the next episode will be. As I've said previously, I don't get a whole lot of views on this series, so I won't be bringing this out as often as some of my other content, but I do enjoy it, so there'll probably still be the occasional episode. But thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed, please do like and subscribe, and if you do subscribe, please do hit the notification bell so that you're notified when I upload future content. This is AgentXP. Thank you for watching. TTFN.